You never know it's coming until it's here. Maybe it starts with a storm warning. Or maybe you blink and the power's out, the fridge is dead, the internet's gone, and the grocery aisles are stripped bare. No trucks coming, no restocks, just you, your pantry, and whatever you thought to buy before the chaos hit. Let's be clear, this video isn't about fear-mongering. It's not about building a bunker or hoarding like it's the end of the world. It's about being smart, about feeding your family on a tight budget before prices spike and before the shelves go empty. Again, if you're a parent juggling bills, a college student stretching every dollar, or a retiree living on a fixed income, you already know food security matters more than ever. But here's the good news. You don't need a fancy freeze dryer or $1,000 prep kit to be ready. You just need the right canned goods, the kind that last for years, require no fridge, and still give you real nutrition when it counts. In this video, we're breaking down 11 canned foods that are absolute lifesavers, not just in emergencies, but in everyday tight times too. We're talking protein, energy, vitamins, and comfort, sitting quietly on the shelf, waiting until you need them most. And no, this isn't just your usual beans and tuna list. Some of these items double as morale boosters. Others are hidden gems with rising prices you don't want to ignore. Number 6, tastes like dessert, but fuels you like a full meal. Stick around for that. Let's jump in. If you've never heard of canned jackfruit, you're not alone. But ask any vegan or clever prepper, and they'll tell you this is the ultimate meat substitute that doesn't need a freezer and doesn't break the bank. Canned green jackfruit has one job: to mimic meat when real meat is gone. And it does that job ridiculously well. Its texture is stringy and chewy, almost like pulled pork or shredded chicken. The flavor? Barely there. And that's exactly what makes it perfect. It's a blank canvas. Add some canned BBQ sauce, and you've got sandwiches that taste like a summer cookout. Toss it with curry powder, and it's a hot, comforting stew. Saute it with garlic and chili, and it could pass for taco filling. No fridge, no meat, no problem. Nutritionally, jackfruit isn't heavy on protein, but it makes up for that in fiber and satiety. In a crisis, when your real protein stash is running low, jackfruit helps you stretch meals without sacrificing satisfaction. And let's not forget, texture matters for morale. After a week of mushy beans and bland rice, biting into something chewy and meaty can feel like a luxury. For families with kids, it's a game changer. You can sneak it into meals, make it taste like what they're used to, and skip the complaints. Plus, it's allergen-friendly. No dairy, no nuts, no soy. Shelf life? 2 to 5 years easy if you store it in a cool, dry place. And unlike trendy plant-based meat products, this one doesn't need a freezer or a microwave. Just open, rinse, drain, season, and eat. And here's the kicker. Jackfruit is still affordable, around $2 to $3 per can. But that's changing. As plant-based prepping goes mainstream, it's quietly disappearing from ethnic food aisles and showing up in overpriced emergency kits. Translation? Stock up before the wave hits. Canned jackfruit isn't just food, it's survival psychology in a can. Texture, variety, and the illusion of normalcy, that's more powerful than people realize. Most people think canned pumpkin is just for holiday pies. But real preppers and smart shoppers know it's one of the most versatile, underrated staples you can keep on the shelf. Why, Ma? Because pumpkin puree checks 3 critical boxes: nutrition, digestibility, and comfort. First, it's loaded with vitamin A, key for immune health and vision. It's also rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure, and fiber, which keeps your digestion moving when everything else in your diet is slowing you down. That last part matters more than you'd think. In any crisis, stress and limited food options can mess with your gut. Pumpkin is naturally soothing, easy on the stomach, and can even be eaten straight from the can with a spoon. It's like emergency baby food for adults. Simple, nourishing, and ready to go. But what really makes it a pantry MVP is its versatility. Stir it into oatmeal, add it to rice, blend it into soup, or use it to stretch pancake batter and baked goods. You can even mix it with powdered milk or spices to make makeshift desserts. It adds bulk and nutrients to whatever you're working with, especially when fresh produce is out of reach. Storage-wise, it's one of the easiest items to manage. Kept in a cool, dry place, unopened cans last anywhere from 2 to 5 years, sometimes more. And if you're lucky enough to find pumpkin packed in number 10 cans or sealed pouches, the shelf life extends even further. Now let's talk price. A regular 15-ounce can used to go for around $1.50. Lately, that's creeping closer to $2 and beyond. Weather hits on pumpkin crops and supply chain hiccups are already causing a rise. And once more folks catch on that this isn't just for Thanksgiving, those shelves will empty fast. Don't wait until fall. Stock up now because this humble orange paste could be the nutritional workhorse that carries your pantry through hard times. If you're building a pantry that actually works in emergencies, sardines and olive oil should be at the top of your protein list. They're compact, shelf-stable for 3 to 5 years, and loaded with what your body needs when fresh food runs out: protein, healthy fats, and crucial micronutrients. Unlike plain water-packed sardines, those in olive oil bring bonus calories and a satisfying richness that can make a real difference during food fatigue. Just pop the lid and eat them straight, mash into rice, spread on crackers, or add to pasta. No heat, no prep, no waste. They're also packed with omega-3s, calcium, thanks to edible bones, vitamin D, and selenium. That's heart, bone, and brain health in one little tin. For retirees, kids, or anyone with nutrient gaps, that's a big win. Prices currently range from $50 to $3 per can, depending on brand and origin. But as demand for sustainable protein in Mediterranean diets grows, prices are ticking upward, quietly but steadily. Bottom line, sardines are the budget-friendly superfood most people ignore until it's too late. Most sweeteners just give you a sugar high and crash. But Blackstrap Molasses? That's a different game entirely. This thick, dark syrup isn't just for baking. It's packed with real, usable minerals your body craves when food gets scarce. 1 tablespoon delivers a solid dose of iron, magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Nutrients that become critical when you're surviving on rice, beans, and shelf-stable carbs. It's especially helpful for women, kids, and older adults who might face iron deficiencies during extended emergencies. But here's what sets it apart: slow-burning energy. Unlike refined sugar, molasses helps maintain blood sugar levels, which means fewer crashes and longer-lasting stamina, both physical and mental. Stir it into oatmeal, tea, powdered milk, or even use it in bread dough. It transforms bland food into something warm, rich, and comforting. Storage? Practically eternal. Kept sealed in a cool spot, molasses can last years, even if it thickens or crystallizes. Just warm it gently and stir. Price? Around $5 to $7 per jar, but climbing as health-conscious shoppers rediscover its benefits. Don't dismiss it as grandma's baking ingredient. This is shelf-stable nutrition and morale in a spoonful. When fresh produce disappears, and it will, canned collard greens or escarole can be your nutritional safety net. These dark leafy greens are shelf-stable for 3 to 5 years, and they're loaded with the kind of micronutrients your body can't do without during long-term stress. We're talking vitamin K for blood clotting and bone strength, iron for energy and immune support, calcium for muscle function, and fiber to keep your gut moving. That's a lot of value packed into one cheap can. Best part, they're fully cooked and ready to eat. No fuel, no stove, no problem. Eat them straight out of the can, toss into rice, or mix with canned beans and seasonings. Warm them up with powdered butter, garlic, or hot sauce, and you've got instant comfort food. These aren't sad, soggy side dishes. They're versatile and filling and surprisingly tasty, especially for older adults or kids who need easy-to-digest greens. Prices still hover around $1 to $1.25 per can, but climate pressure, diesel costs, and labor shortages are already pushing them up. Don't wait for the lettuce to vanish. Canned greens are your hidden pantry ace. In a long-term emergency, fats become one of the hardest things to find and one of the most essential. Canned coconut milk solves that problem beautifully. Each can is rich in calories, saturated fats, and natural electrolytes, giving you energy, satisfaction, and hydration support when fresh food is long gone. It's more than just a cooking ingredient. In a pinch, you can drink it straight for a quick dose of fuels. Add it to rice, soup, oats, or even mix with powdered milk to make creamy drinks and desserts. Its natural richness makes bland meals comforting again, and that morale boost matters. Go for the full-fat versions, not light coconut milk, which is just watered down. The real stuff has a shelf life of 2 to 5 years when stored cool and dry and doesn't need refrigeration until opened. Coconut milk also offers antimicrobial benefits and supports brain function, useful in both hot climates and high-stress situations. Right now, cans range from $2 to $3. But with growing demand from plant-based and gluten-free diets, prices are already creeping upward. Don't overlook this liquid gold. It's fat, flavor, and flexibility all in one can. When every meal starts tasting the same, flavor becomes survival fuel, and canned sweet corn with peppers brings exactly that. It's not just yellow kernels and brine. It's a shelf-stable mix of quick carbs and mood-boosting spice that keeps meals from becoming a chore. Corn delivers natural sugars and healthy carbohydrates that burn clean and fast. Great for energy during physical stress. But it's the peppers, green chilies, red bell, even jalapenos that take it to the next level. A little heat wakes up your appetite, sharpens your senses, and adds much-needed variety when options are limited. You can eat it cold, right out of the can, or mix it into beans, rice, soups, or canned chicken to create a meal that actually feels like food. It even works in skillet dishes or with shelf-stable eggs if you have them. Shelf life, about 2 to 3 years, often more if stored well. Prices are still budget-friendly at $1 to $1.75 per can, but corn is weather-sensitive. One bad season, and prices spike fast. This isn't just a side dish, it's flavor insurance. Stock it now before shelves and budgets feel the heat. When the fridge is dead and fresh milk is long gone, evaporated goat milk steps in as a shelf-stable, nutrient-dense alternative that works for almost everyone. Kids, seniors, and anyone with a sensitive gut. Goat milk is naturally easier to digest than cow's milk. It's rich in calcium, potassium, and healthy fats that support bones, muscles, and brain function. And the evaporated version is even better for prepping. It's concentrated, requires no refrigeration, and lasts up to 5 years or more when stored right. You can reconstitute it with water for drinking, or use it straight in recipes to add creaminess and calories to oatmeal, soups, breads, or sauces. It's not just a drink, it's a meal stretcher and nutrient booster, especially when food options are limited. At around $2.50 to $3.50 per can, it's not the cheapest item on the shelf, but it pulls double duty. One can offers multiple servings and can fully replace fresh dairy during a crisis. And with goat dairy gaining popularity for its health benefits, demand is climbing fast. This quiet pantry hero won't stay under the radar for long. Stock now, thank yourself later. Protein is one of the hardest nutrients to store long-term without refrigeration, but canned hummus makes it simple. Ready to eat straight from the can, it delivers a complete source of plant-based protein, healthy fats, fiber, and flavor in one shelf-stable package. Made from chickpeas and tahini, ground sesame seeds, hummus is surprisingly satisfying. It's filling, balanced, and ideal for those who want clean energy without meat. The combo of carbs, fat, and protein keeps your energy stable and your stomach full. A crucial combo when stress is high and food is limited. No cooking needed. Just open the can, eat with crackers, rice, flatbread, or even by itself. If you have canned veggies or spices, mix them in for variety. It's one of the few prepper foods that feels like a complete meal in a can. Shelf life is typically 2 to 3 years, and prices range from $1.50 to $2.50 depending on brand. It's still affordable, but rising slowly as more shoppers discover its practicality. Don't skip this one. Hummus is portable protein with real staying power and a smart way to prep without the need for meat. While tuna gets all the attention, canned salmon is the real star of long-term food security. It's high in clean protein, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and includes soft, edible bones that deliver a powerful dose of calcium, perfect for maintaining strength when fresh food is gone. What sets salmon apart from tuna is its nutrient profile, especially the wild-caught varieties, which offer higher levels of essential fats, vitamin D, and trace minerals. It's a survival food that doesn't just feed you, it fuels recovery, stamina, and morale. You can eat it cold right out of the can or mix it into rice, pasta, fish cakes, or wraps. It's shelf-stable for 3 to 5 years and stores easily in a cool, dry place with minimal fuss. But salmon is getting more expensive. A decent well-caught can now runs between $3 and $6, with prices quietly rising due to seafood shortages and growing health demand. If you want a protein source that works during blackouts, bug-ins, or budget squeezes, this is it. It's real food, real fast, and ready when you are. Stock it while you still can. They might not look exciting, but canned beets are one of the smartest additions to any prepper pantry. Why? Because they quietly deliver what your body desperately needs under pressure: circulation, energy, and recovery support. Beets are packed with natural nitrates, which help widen blood vessels and improve oxygen delivery to your brain and muscles. That means better endurance, sharper thinking, and more physical stamina when sleep is short and stress is high. They also support heart health, lower blood pressure, and aid in detox, valuable benefits in any prolonged crisis. And since they're canned, there's zero prep. Just open, rinse if you want, and eat. Toss them into rice or salad, or eat them plain. They're earthy, slightly sweet, and refreshing. Shelf life? 5 years or more if stored cool and dry. And at about $1 to $1.25 per can, they're still one of the cheapest superfoods around. But the fitness world has taken notice. Beet powders and supplements are trending, and demand is creeping up. Translation? Prices won't stay low forever. Canned beets are more than a colorful side dish. They're a secret weapon for long-term resilience, and a must-have when real performance matters. There's a quiet kind of confidence that comes with a well-stocked pantry. Not panic, not paranoia, just preparedness. The peace of mind that says, I've got this, even when everything else falls apart. The 11 canned foods we just walked through aren't just about survival during disasters. They're about making smart choices today that protect you tomorrow from price spikes, supply chain shocks, or just another lean paycheck. They don't need power. They don't need a fridge. And they don't need you to be rich to start. Whether you're retired and watching every dollar, raising kids on a tight grocery budget, or just starting out and wanting a little more control, these cans are your foundation. Nutrition, energy, morale, sitting right there on the shelf, ready when you are. So stock up now while they're still affordable, still available, and still overlooked by the average shopper. And before you go, drop a comment. What's the one canned item you never let your pantry run out of? We might feature your pick in our next list, because next time we're diving deeper. More long-lasting dry goods, more budget buys, and a few survival staples you've probably never even heard of. Stay ready, stay sharp, stay stocked.